I found this little tidbit of information, important information really, in an article, this was in the New York Post back in March this year, and the title of the thing is "Corporations Are Wildly Out of Touch with Feminist Concerns." Good, is what I would say, and this has been penned by Jennifer Wright, and this is an opinion piece. And she starts off by saying, "Here are a couple of things that women have been pretty vocal about asking for over the past year. Stopping sexual harassment in the workplace, more female representation on company boards, and ending the gender pay gap. Guess which one companies delivered? Surprise, it's the second one." So that would be more female representation on company boards. Okay, well, let's deal with that first then. When I go into, it's just an example, if I go into a supermarket, of a big supermarket chain, I'm interested in the car park being clean. I don't want loose trolleys everywhere. I want to be able to get to the AT machine quickly. I want fresh. I just want a nice shopping experience. And when I'm done shopping, I don't want to have to queue in a huge line of people. That's all I'm interested in. I don't care who serves me on the till, who the checkout person is. I'm not interested whether they're white, black, gay, straight. You get the picture. And it's exactly the same with people on company boards and board directors. I'm not interested. I don't care. And as far as I'm concerned, if there's a man or a woman or whatever on a company board, they should be representing their customers. That's me, but not based on the fact that I happen to be white, straight, and male. They are there to represent me as a customer. They're there to represent their shareholders, and they represent their companies. And it's the same with women. You can bet your bottom dollar that the overwhelming majority of women themselves don't give a shit who sits on these boards. They're not interested. I mean, imagine a situation where you had a woman on a board, I don't know, whatever job she was, a sales director, and she decided to go onto the supermarket company, and she went on to meet and greet women coming into the supermarket. "Hi, my name's Angie, and I'm sales director for this huge corporation, and as you can see, I have a vagina." Well, you can't see it, and you have a vagina, and so my vagina represents. Call the fucking police. That's just a way of, trying to demonstrate what bullshit this is. I'm starting to work myself up already. And engineering isn't mentioned here, but feminazi, she's not a feminazi, it's a woman who penned this article, but feminists have been whining for years about the number of women in engineering. Now, if I cross over from Wales into England, I used to use the second Severn crossing. I haven't done it in a while. And it's a fantastic bridge. And loads of engineers must have worked on there. And feminists are always going on and on and on about how we need more female engineers. And it's the same with the supermarket. I don't know how many female engineers, white, black, gay, whatever. I don't care about who engineered the bridge. I just care that it's safe to get over. That's all I'm interested in. And if as a country we do need more engineers, then we need engineers from all backgrounds and whatever. We do not need this constant. Anyway, I'm making myself fucking sick here. Right, so that's sexual harassment in the workplace. Okay, so we have the hashtag #MeToo movement going on. And it's going to go on and on and on, and it's proven to be a disaster. It's pretty much backfired. But what makes me most sick about this particular thing is the number of women who've said that, "Oh, isn't it great that at last we can talk about this? Now it's been brought into the open because of the Harvey Weinstein thing." The media have been going on about this for fucking decades. One of the main reasons I became a men's rights activist was precisely because I was sick and tired of hearing the media go on and on and on and on and on about sexual harassment, but with a gender-based bias factor of 100%, ignoring the fact that in Western countries, around a third of sexual harassment in the workplace is committed by women, and in India, the majority of harassment is against men, believe it or not. And that's according, from what I read, this could be incorrect information, since I can't at this moment in time source it, was shown by the hashtag #MeToo thing. Anyway, ending the gender pay gap. I'm not even going to waste my time on that. We all know why there's a gender pay gap. But if, I'm dropping down a good few paragraphs here, and I'll read what she writes. The Federal Reserve claims that women now control 60% of wealth in the US. Now, how do you compare that? How do you juxtapose it? Women so they have 60% of the wealth, and yet they earn less than men. That would suggest to me that women are spending men's money. And if that were the other way round, you can bet your bottom dollar there would be there'd be a media uproar, there'd be a political uproar. And the paragraph goes on to say, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, 40% of US working women now out-earn their husbands. Well, and she says their purchasing power is immense, yeah, because they take their husband's money as well as their own. But you can absolutely guarantee that it's a question of when, judging by what's going on now, when most women are out earning their husbands, you can absolutely guarantee feminists won't be concerned for the husbands. They will still continue to attack men. They'll find a reason. They'll probably go along with the line with, well, why aren't men earning as much as women? Why are men so fucking lazy? Why aren't men pulling their weight? Perfect headline for the future. But anyway, regarding this 60% of the wealth, controlled by women, feminists, their idea of equality, well, they pick and choose. We want 50-50 that, 50-50 that, 50-50 that. Sewer workers, no thank you. Deep sea divers, no, too dangerous. Trawlermen, no, fuck that. And why aren't they complaining about this 60%, about this 20% gap there? Because they don't believe in equality, not even numerical equality. Never have, and they never will. Anyway. She says, but companies still seem wildly out of touch with feminist concerns when they try to appeal to modern women's sensibilities. No, modern feminists' sensibilities, because feminists don't represent women. The overwhelming majority of women refuse to identify as being feminist. I'll drop down now. I'm not going to do this for much longer. In other cases, brands' determination to seem cute did more harm than good. Not sure what that means. Brewdog made cans of beer for girls that were pink. What a crime. Women were rightly annoyed by the assumption that they weren't already drinking beer. Okay. Brewdog has claimed that the stunt was meant to be satirical, and they were donating 19% of the proceeds, the gender pay gap, from sales of the beer to causes that fight for gender equality. Does this mean Brewdog are going to give money to these profits to men's rights activists? No, it's just going to make things even bloody worse. I think I'll finish with this, because it's the next paragraph. We might have found it funnier if we weren't subjected to women love everything pink campaigns all the time. Well, remind me what colour those pussy hats, that all those hundreds of thousands of women that march here and march there, what colour are those? They're fucking pink, woman. The colour of women's choice. You can't tell them anything. Thank you if you've got this far, and I'll leave a link to the article and pin it to put it in the comments section, and I'll pin it to the top. Thank you.